Okay guys, it is now Saturday morning, and I've picked up this marvelous box from the post office, and in case you didn't watch the other video, and I don't blame you, 10 minutes of listening to me is not the best use of your time, I've picked up my box from Customhouse. I've waited 13 months for this, and yeah, so don't order from Customhouse. If you really want to know why, check my previous video. Now, before I open the box, I just need to basically say, getting ready for these dolls, I really haven't been the best at it, because after a while, especially after getting my Customhouse Eva, who I showed in the previous video, I just kind of gave up. Now, granted, I have a set of Mystic Eyes coming in for the third head, so that's all good. But for now, I just have the eyes, which are this is an Ever Purple box, but they're actually a set of Zoom eyes that came with the previous doll that I just kept around, and a set of Dollshi eyes that I ordered a few months before ordering these dolls. So that should just tell you something about how long I've been waiting. I have two wigs. This is a Leek wig. It's I don't know the exact color in Leek terms, but it's a blonde kind of host mullet, which after you see what I'm doing with one of these dolls, it's going to make sense. And I have my Kakeru wig, which came with my Volks Kakeru. I really liked the wig. It just didn't suit the character of my doll, so I just kept the wig around. And then I have a set of pants, which I got from Marsh. Unfortunately, Marsh left us about a month ago, so I mean, we all really miss her, and this is just sort of a shout out to, I guess, my peoples in New York and blah blah blah, and everybody who kind of feels her absence. So, alright, so with that, I'm going to commence on opening the big box. And this really isn't big, being that I collect 70cm dolls. This is actually a tiny little itty bitty box, but, you know. Let me see if I can maneuver this properly so you can kind of see it. Ooh, here we go, kind of. That's the bottom of the computer, so I guess I'll put it in my lap. Speaking of shout-outs, while I open the box, this is definitely a shout out to Switchfoot Katie, who sent this to me, and also to Jenny, the poor Customhouse employee who didn't get paid, and Jenny back in New York, Gulshan, Donna, Nancy, Avatar Eve, Genji Eve, Laura, you know, Laura's S.O., whose name I conveniently forgot right now. Don't blame me, please. I'm sorry. Nicole, Billy, Asian Ed, basically oh, and Elisar, of course, because Elisar has had to listen to me whine from beginning to end. I think Elisar has heard my whining about this more than anybody, which is really saying something. So if you think that you've heard me whine about Customhouse, you don't have anything on Elisar, because Elisar has been here from the beginning. And with that, I'm going to wrench the last bit of this open. No, I'm on maybe 3 sips of caffeine, and that's it. So if I talk too much, I'm sorry. Alright, mad amounts of bubble wrap. Ooh, I see something down here. Alright, so first we have the Certificate of Authenticity from Customhouse. Even though, like, this is Aidolls, this is Customhouse signed it. For the Mars. And one thing I really like is how they had to cross out the 0 on the 2000s, and they wrote, like, 2011. And this was made on March 4th, which I think is funny of this year, being that this should have been made on March 4th of last year. So here we have, ooh, she put in candies, which is really sweet of her. I'll set these aside. Oh, cute little Elmo, that's cute. Katie's a good girl. She put up with a lot. I think she got a few gray hairs from this. Alright, so, YouTube. I have doll and heads. I think the Mars is going to get opened first because there's been the most belly aching about this one. So, with that, I'm going to open... Excuse my lack of squeeing. I'm almost 26, and I've been waiting since I was almost 25. So, I'm just tired. I'm just very tired. Yep. Oh, he's cute. And I can tell through this bubble wrap. Oh, wow. Alright, so some people have been complaining about these dolls smelling of cigarette smoke. No, he smells like new resin. And being that he was apparently made just like a few days ago, and by days I mean a few weeks ago. Yeah, he smells like resin. He doesn't smell like smoke. I guess it fully depends on, you know, what Customhouse thinks of you. One thing I'll note about his skin tone, at this point, Customhouse resin is nearly white skin. Alright? They're no longer like sort of a light pink. There's this yellowish cast to it, and it's like, again, nearly white skin. I do not want to know what their white skin looks like. I've got a magnet head cap, unlike Cecily, who has the rubber band. This guy, Lorenzo, which I've had his name for over a year. Lorenzo has a magnet head cap, which I'm very happy about. The body, it seems that I have the new body with double jointing. Cecily is single jointed. Alright, so there we go. I mean, he's beautiful. He is absolutely gorgeous. Seams are actually finished. You know, I cannot see anything wrong with him at all. At all. And if you want, I can pop in one of his eyes, one of them, because I don't have any eye putty with me right now. Besides, who wants to see me like, oh god, this is not going to work. Well, he looks very good with these 14mm Dolshies. And keep in mind, Dolshi tends to run a bit on the small side if you decide to order out of them. So that is, I'm very happy, very, 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 very happy with him, with Renzo over here. So now we're down to the two heads, the Myoru and the Hades. So I'm going to open up the Myoru first. Because I'm not sure exactly, you know, who is going to be who. Okay, so this is the Myoru head. Again, magnetized. And same kind of yellowish-ish, light as shit resin. So this is the Myoru head. And the Hades, I will open up. Oh no, that was the Hades head. She had them. Oh, I misread it. That was the Hades head, and this is the Myoru head. I was like, why isn't this Hades? Why isn't this Myoru smiling? That's the difference, really, between Myoru and Hades. So this is Hades, this is Myoru. So in case you ever wanted to see the difference, this is Hades and this is Myoru, and there you are. All right. One thing I would like to note is the head caps are now magnetized, the bodies are now double jointed. And yeah, that is what is going on with Customhouse. I mean, what I received, you know, and they look really cute, and that is it. I will never, ever, 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 ever order from Customhouse ever again. But I'm happy with what I have, and stay tuned whenever I fix them up and finish them up and make them something cute. I will definitely let you know and post on DOA because I'm so good about doing that. Alright, well, take care. This is Saturday morning, the epic Customhouse box open whatnot. Alright, ciao!